up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brian, and I'm your host of a Men Club podcast. We're having some technical difficulties right now. There is a storm passing through, and everybody's internet keep going in and out. So y'all bear with me a little bit. Give me a few more minutes for the rest of the team to get on, and we'll get to it. But like I said, give me a few minutes, and we should be ready to go. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining in. We will be with you shortly. What's up, Jay?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Not much, man. We are live, by the way. I just want to let you know. So you
Okay.
blurred out something that we can't take back.
Okay. Okay.
Well, we are live right now.
All
I
right.
just said that we were having some technical difficulties with this storm passing through. That's why Ella hadn't been on yet.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get everything squared away here.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay.
So
That's cool.
I got some new earphones, man. I hope can you hear me okay?
Yeah. I hear you.
They ain't got no bass in them, man. I hate that.
We had a little rain up here earlier, though. It was around about
Uh,
3:30. We had some rain around about 3:30. 3:30, 4 o'clock, something like that.
Hold on, so I'm trying to text Ella back. He texted me saying he having a problem with his internet. I was too a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I hope we get a few viewers. Cause I had some questions. I had last week when I don't know if you saw last week's, but last week I was asking people, to join in, shooting some questions,
Yeah.
let me know something. I actually got more than a few.
Okay.
And a lot of it got to do with this election. So we're gonna talk about that today and what it means for us as black people, us period,
Yeah.
and all of that type of stuff. Why we voting, why we should be voting,
Mm-hmm.
all that. So
Yeah.
but look like it might be a minute. So let's go and get to it, man. I was asked today. Well, not today, but last week. We were supposed to do a show last week. Same thing. We're having internet issues. It seems like every Tuesday want to storm now. So I don't know what's up with that, but we were having a problem last week. I couldn't get nothing to work last week. So I apologize to anybody who was watching or waiting on us to come on because we didn't wouldn't have to do it because of that, you know. So I do apologize. Um, you know, that was something that was unavoidable. So, but
Mm-hmm.
since we on here today, I was asked a question and wanted a sincere answer. So I went and did some research and found out for myself. People been asking me, what is Project 2025? And uh, what is Project 2025 and why is it such a bad thing? And why should we be voting or not voting for it? You know what I'm saying? So I went and did some research and I found out for myself. So anybody can go back and look at this later that ain't watching. Don't look like we got any views right now, but we're gonna go ahead and put our best foot forward as usual.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just try to explain some of this stuff, man. I did a little research. I found out a few things about it. Because honestly, until I was asked about it, I had heard some things about it, but I really didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't expect anybody else to know. And I'm gonna tell you why I believe most people don't know exactly what it's about. And that is uh part of the reason is
Mm-hmm.
it is a 920 pages and 30 chapter plan on how the Conservative Party will run the government. That's what it boiled down to. It's almost like a manifesto of
Okay.
how they want, the next Republican president, how he should run the government, and what they looking for and what they trying to do. And they are sponsoring Trump. They're giving him money. They probably one of his biggest contributor. And even though he keeps saying he ain't part of it, it seems mighty strange to me that these people. I'm promise you, these people ain't kicking in money like they kicking in for you not to do what they want you to do. So that's a bunch of bull. And then he got this thing called the Agenda 47 or 37 or whatever it is. That's pretty much the same thing. Just it ain't no definite plan like this is though.
Okay.
So all right, so that's what it is. It's 920 pages, 30 chapters. And they ain't just start on this today. They ain't just start on it at all today at all. It was started in the 70s, like I think it was 73. They said that this think group, this rich people then put together scientists and political scientists and just all the smartest people they can gather that had the same sense of mind that they had to come up with this think tank for the Republican Party. Uh, their main goal right now is to move America into the far right Christian state. So basically, they saying this what they think. They think that they're doing the right thing by the country, and this is God's will.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the Christians should be far right. They shouldn't be letting this stuff go the way it's going, which turns into something dangerous. A lot of Christians will probably say, "Well, what's bad? What's wrong about that?" Well, it ain't. You're not giving people their freedom if you forcing them into doing things that they don't want to do. That God gave everybody the freedom to choose.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe in God, there's a choice to be made. You can accept them or not accept them. That's up to you. He ain't forced nobody to be up under his wing. If you don't want to be part of it, you don't have to be.
Right.
So and I get upset with Christians sometimes when they be trying to force people into Christianity. Look, man, it's their choice, and you got to make sure they know it's their choice. If they see it for themselves, they more likely to get in it. But you trying to force them, they ain't gonna never help. Never
Right.
help.
Right.
And this whole thing about trying to move America into a far right Christian state, you know, is what they are trying. That's what they're initially trying to do. And they taking away choices to do it. They first real manifesto, the manifesto. was in 1981, entitled "The Mandate for Leadership," that was implemented in the Reagan administration. So it was like 60% of the stuff that they had put into that mandate, President Reagan actually used. You know what I'm saying? So, he didn't use 100% of what they mandate for leadership was, but he used 60% of it. And that's a little rough because the Republicans see Reagan as one of the greatest presidents that ever took office, where black people suffered. You know what I'm saying? Well, just all minorities suffered under Reagan. They wasn't helping us. It might have been helping them, but it seemed like to me their goal ain't really to be Christians. Their goal is to have the rich, powerful people running the country the way they see fit. Because that's what they're gonna boil down to. They ain't really worried about the poor people. They don't care what color you are. You
Mm-hmm.
poor, you ain't doing nothing for them. But they keep trying to persuade these people that they in the boat, like Trump tell these people, I'm one of y'all. I'm telling black people, I'm one of y'all now because I done been discriminated against and blah 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 and this that, and the other. And some of these nuts are falling for it, because Joe Biden can't even tell where he at. I'd rather have him wandering around in the damn rose garden, bad shit crazy, than to have this man up there. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That vote for Trump just ain't the answer to Joe Biden not being able to perform in a debate. You know what I'm saying? Of him calling people the wrong names, stuff. Shit, he old. Both of them old. And Trump ain't no less bad shit than Joe.
Yeah.
Trust me on that.
Yeah.
But he being backed by people who want their agenda, executed. They don't give a crap about him. But he their best choice right now because with the way he do things, the rhetoric, the way he come out and carry on, the way he got people following him, and like he Christ Almighty, they know to put their money behind him because they're gonna be able to implement whatever they want to implement. He ain't got no plan. Trump ain't never had no plan. He ain't never came forth and said, I want to do this, that, and the other. You know, unless somebody told him to do it in a damn teleprompter. So but anyway, that's just my take on it. I'm gonna bag up off of my opinion. I want to get the facts out. So
Yeah.
the fact is that 60% of what they manifesto was in 1981 was used by the Reagan administration. Okay, and now we got Project 25, a guideline for the next Republican president that follows to get their agenda across. And it was broke down in 4 different steps, and this was what got me uh, when I was researching this and listening to somebody talk about it because I mean one of the reasons I think it's 920 pages and 30 chapters is because who gonna sit there and read it? I mean the average Joe ain't about to pick that up and go read it. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty obvious to me they did it this way so we wouldn't go read it. So with that being said, if we, I mean, most people ain't finna read 900 pages now. And especially if it's a lot of legal mumbo jumbo that you don't understand, then, you probably gonna put it down after a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people on YouTube and TikTok and not even that, just people on these political shows and stuff that have broke this stuff down to get you to understand. The person I was watching is somebody I've been watching for a long time, and he broke it down. One of the reasons that I watch him because when he tell you this stuff, he back it up with facts. He show you exactly what they wrote, and what it means.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the way he did it. And he says broke into 4 parts. All right, step one was the 920-page guide. That's been written. It is in place. All he got to do is follow. So that's the first. That was step one. They got that. Step two, they got a network of like-minded people to fill the administration. So they got people who are already Trump followers. They done kept a basically a folder of people that will be loyal to him to
Mm-hmm.
taking on, the responsibilities in his administration. Last time he had a lot of offices that wouldn't even filled, because like I said, he had no plan.
Yeah.
So they had a lot. It was a lot of stuff. I know EPA and some of the other stuff. He didn't feel that stuff till like year three. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of positions in the government that wouldn't fill. But like I said, he had no plan. He didn't know whether to hire these people or not. And it probably wasn't enough Republicans or people that liked him to put him in there because he wasn't gonna hire nobody that don't like him, So, but that being said, they already got people in place ready to rock and roll, so they can fill up his administration.
Yeah.
So he won't have no problem with that. Step three is training. They have already set up an administration academy to train those people. Because they want them trained, they want them in place, and they want them thinking the same way they thinking. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna show y'all how to implement our plan and everything that we need you to do while you in this administration, uh, in this position of power. And that's what they want. And that was another thing that kind of surprised me. So these people are rich, they got a lot of pool, they got a lot of money, and they got a lot of people that they have deemed to put in, they didn't got a lot of people that they deem to be the like-minded and want to do the same thing, which is push America into this far right Christian state. So they already done gathered these folks, and they got them ready to go to training the minute he pull them in. You know what I'm saying? So they got this already set up and waiting for 'em. And
Okay.
the fourth thing was the actual playbook, the instructions on how they gonna get the things done that they want done. And it ranges some of the stuff in that, man, in this playbook is absolutely ridiculous. It's a lot of stuff in here about like they want to abolish abortion, period. You have no choice. Women have no choice. It's gonna be abolished, across the country. It's gonna be a federal law that you can't have no abortion for no reason. They want that gone. Another one was they want to get rid of the Department of Education. You know, like what? So basically, what they want is government ran schools.
Mm-hmm.
So if you and one of the things about the government ran school was if you teaching any African American studies, you won't get your grants for school. You know what I'm saying? So they basically want to absolutely eliminate any African American studies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they want to rewrite history. You know what I'm saying? Anything that got to do with gay people, gone. You know what I'm saying? They all of this stuff. They trying to, like I said, right wing Christians. That's the stuff they don't believe in. They same sex marriage and all that stuff. No, all that's gone. All that's gone. But getting rid of the Department of Education and having government ran schools, I mean, don't this sound eerily like Russia? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like Venezuela, any one of these countries that's ran by a dictator. And remember, I said earlier, well, when we were talking, I mean, Illa was talking earlier, I said they have already the Supreme Court has already deemed that anything the president do while he's in the presidency, that he can say he don't even have to prove it. All he got to do is say, "I did this in the interest of safety and security for the country." So that's the same thing that these tyrants do, like the Venezuelan government. The guy that's in charge. He president, anybody that then came up against him end up dead. You know what I'm saying? So he been the president for I don't know how long now. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So they basically giving Trump the same power. So he can eliminate political rivals. They another part of it was protesting gonna be outlawed. So even if you protest, you can go to jail. You can be killed. You know what I'm saying? So if they snuffing out protesters, they snuffing out people that run against them for presidency. You know, if these laws didn't change, now you don't have a president anymore. You got a dictator. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't finna leave. No time. So he ain't finna leave willingly. You know, so when they keep talking about this civil war, I understand what the civil war is gonna be about now. It ain't gonna be just, you know, people taking to the street to be mad because Trump ended up being president or didn't end up being president. This is all a plan. They have put this stuff in motion in order for them to basically for him to be a ruler. And when they get tired of him or he do something he ain't should be doing, you know, these foundations and stuff that done supported him, they'll get rid of him. But they just gonna get somebody else to do it. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So, you know, it ain't gonna be no fair elections no more. This might be the end of if we don't get out and vote and make it a landslide victory, you know, where they can't even, you know, if it's a landslide victory, they really can't even fight about it. They can try, you know, they gonna say it don't matter if he lose, they gonna say it's rigged anyway. So
mm-hmm.
you know, you got a couple of nuts and bobos that'll probably try to, you know, take to the streets and start some type of war. But I mean, it is what it is. You know, I don't think our government will be too easy to let that happen. You know, even though they, you know, he was in office and they let that stuff play out at the Capitol. You know, I don't know that's a whole nother subject right there. So we'll talk about that on another.
Yeah.
But these are, you know, but these are the things, man. That just something. That's just scratching the surface, man. It was so many other things. It was so much that I was like, I can't. I'm not gonna retain this. And me trying to write it out, I didn't have time to write all of it. I've been at this for at least a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out exactly what it was, what the exact plan was. But it's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's
Mm-hmm.
a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know, so that was one of the questions that young man had posed to me about what was Project 2025 and why it was so important for him to vote. And the other question was, he's like, I don't even know why I'm voting anyway because my vote don't count. Well, let me address that. Or matter of fact, let me stop right there. Anything you want to say about this Project 2025? I know this might be the first time you hearing a lot of it, but just tell me what your thoughts is.
Well, yeah, it is my first time hearing about it.
And
Uh,
don't feel bad about that. Like I said, I ain't know nothing about it either until he pointed it out.
yeah, yeah. Now I have heard that Trump wants to be a dictator, and I'm not here to say that that's true because I don't know. But I will say I do believe that United States of America is was supposed to be brought up on a democracy. So that's all we got
Yep.
to remember. That's all we got to try to remember. Uh, you know, like you said, again, I don't have too much input because I don't know. I haven't heard about it. So
Mhm.
I just hope that, we as people and we as black people to be specific do vote. I believe your vote will count and you can be whatever party you want to be. I'm not here to say be this party or that party, whatever party, but use your judgment, use your thinking, listen to whatever platform you want to listen to get your opinion or go out there and research what my man Brian is doing and go from there, remember how our grandparents was raised and brought up. I mean, maybe we can't remember because we weren't there. But how our grandparents brought us up, you know.
Mhm.
things of that nature. Just remember things like that. Remember our past. Remember our past, and or recall our past. People like John Lewis.
Yeah.
Dr. King. Remember what they was fighting for. So things like that, and use your own opinion. But I believe your vote will count. To whoever said that. We may
Yeah.
think it. We may think it don't. Sometimes we be like, oh man, it is what it is. We that's what we say, but we have to do our best to make a difference. Make a difference. That vote will count. It will count. It will count.
Yeah. I always say this when people say that around me. I always tell them if it didn't matter, they wouldn't be doing so much to try to suppress your vote.
Mm,
I mean, to the point where they telling people they can't even hand you a bottle of cold water. You know what I'm saying? They doing all kinds of crap, man, to try to get you to turn around and get you to keep from standing in line. They doing stuff to make the lines longer so you'll go home. You
mm,
know what I'm saying? And you got people standing in line for hours to vote. You know, in this country, we run off of democracy.
mm,
You would think the one thing in this country that will be the easiest thing to do is to vote. Other
yeah,
countries, when they vote, they got the whole day off. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? The polls open up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
yeah,
You know, they make it as simple as possible. They
yeah,
got as many polling places that they think they deem necessary, so it don't take them all day. By that night, they normally know who voted in. They know who there
yeah,
because they done been at it all day. By 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, man, they done. They
yeah,
through count
yeah,
because everybody done had more than enough opportunity to put their vote in. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So that's that's
yeah,
one of the things that I have never understood about the United States and voting. That they don't seem to ever want that actually will happen. They don't want people to actually be in there and and to be they don't want people to be eased into voting, or they don't want to make it easy for you to vote. They want to make it hard as possible, especially in the black neighborhoods. Those are the polls that they normally are closing the most. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go vote at no more. I gotta find out. You know
mm,
what I'm saying? Because they keep moving it around. One time it was at the middle school, now then it was at a church, and right now I have no idea where it is.
yeah.
And there was only about 3 or 4 polling places on this side of town where we at anyway, and now it's down to one.
Okay.
So it's ridiculous. It's
Yeah,
absolutely ridiculous.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know that you got to wait in line for hours to vote. They know these older people gonna do it. They getting out, they gonna vote. And them standing in line for 3 or 4 hours, man, really ain't it.
mm,
But they want to deter 'em. You know what I'm saying? So it's a trip, man. It's a trip. Your vote counts. Trust me on that. I hope I'm answering. I hope they listen, or they'll go back and look at this and understand that your vote counts immensely.
yeah,
And the best way to make sure that this ain't even contested is to make it a landslide. But then, like I said, he probably gonna contest it anyway. But if it's unrefutable, dude, you got smoke. You know what I'm saying? If
yeah,
it's unrefutable, then they can't even validate their claims of it being stolen. You
yeah,
know, last time it wasn't even really close last time, but it was close enough for him to be going around asking people to find him votes. If
mm,
you find me this many votes, I win Georgia. Or if you find me this many votes, I win Minnesota. Or he claiming that people were cheating and voting 3 or 4 times and I ain't not didn't have no proof whatsoever.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So that's a bunch of bull. But this time he feel like he got people behind him that's gonna arm him and arm the people that's rolling with him, and it's gonna be something. He telling people, it's gonna be an uprising. If I don't win, it's gonna be an uprising. What you mean by that? You know, it sounds like to me you telling people once again they go do something stupid like you told these people to go to the Capitol and stop the confirmation of the vote. You know, so but you keep saying you ain't had nothing to do with them people going down there. Well, you told them to. I mean, really. So, but anyway, trust me, young man. Trust me. I know you probably if you ain't watching now, but I know you're gonna watch it later. Trust me, dude. Your vote counts for more reasons than you can possibly even think about.
Hmm. That's right. That's right. And
So,
just do it off of your your ancestors, off of the people who fought in the '60s and for civil rights, for our rights. Just
yeah,
do it off. Just do
I,
it off
I
of that.
always, I always think about that, man. Like, the people that a lot of people got killed marching for us to be able to have the right to vote, and
Yeah.
people don't even they like nowadays. It just ain't no big deal to them. Like, and the other thing too, I kept hearing people clowning about Joe Biden falling and he not being conscious and he don't even know where he was. That's a one bad debate is enough for you to go vote for Trump. I implore everybody and anybody, please, for your own sake, go read the Project 2025 manifesto. It's online. All you gotta do is look it up. They ain't trying to hide this stuff. It is what it is.
Hmm.
They put it out there. If you want to read it, it's readable. If you get into it and it's just too much, you're like, oh, I can't understand it. Go to these pundits. Go to somebody that you trust, somebody that you watch, that do political reporting or something like that that you watch, and let them see what they say about it, and so you can get an idea of what's going on. It's pretty much they taking away they gonna take away a lot of rights, a lot of people's rights, civil rights, everything, women's right. It was something in there about a woman can't even divorce her husband without his permission. So it get crazy. So these same people that are voting for Trump, you about to get jacked up, man. I'm telling you, you ain't paying attention. You just going by all this rhetoric, and he making you feel good because he doing it for me. No, hell he ain't. No, he got y'all tricked and bamboozled, and he is about to put the smack down on everybody. You not gonna have these ain't gonna be just for black people or minorities or gay people. He coming at you too. And it's funny to me how they just won't see it. They so blinded by him, they ain't paying attention to this stuff that's going on, around them, that they are like this stuff ain't gonna affect them.
Hmm.
The stuff he done said at his rallies, they don't ever think to themselves, is that gonna affect me? Yes, yes. It's gonna affect you too.
Yeah.
So, you know. Oh, and I had one more question. One more question.
Okay.
This was from another young man. He said he has been trying his best to be the best man he can be. He's like 20, I forgot how old he was, 24, 23, 24, something like that. And he said that he trying to figure out, am I being a good man? Because it was basically some situation that he done got into, and he was trying to figure out, did he handle them correct?
Okay.
Okay, what would you say to that? You know, not knowing the situation, what would you tell him to look for? Whether or not he handled a situation correctly, well, not even knowing the situation, because I got a couple of
Okay. You say he's wondering if he's being the best man he can.
yeah.
Okay.
Then he's had a couple of situations with some females and other, some other things, and he's wondering if he handled them correct. Because his question to me was, how do I know I'm being a good man? How do I know if I handle the situation correct?
Hmm.
You know. And
Yeah.
he was like, well, let me tell you what happened. I'm like, I really don't need to know what happened, but if you want to tell me, that's cool. You know, I might can help you with that situation. But you being a good man, I kind of got to answer for you already. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah.
But I just want to hear what what you have to say.
Uh, me, the person I am, I just do the best you can do. Do what you think is right. In whatever situation it may arise, as whether it's in a relationship or whether it's life in general, on jobs. Do what you think is right. Um, your morals. Um, if you got good morals, that should come into play. And you're not always gonna do what's right. Number one, two, you
Hmm.
may not do what's right, but do what's best for whatever situation it is, where nobody gets hurt, harmed, or endangered. You know what I'm saying? So, and
Hmm.
then like I said, you may not do everything right. So, because we're gonna make mistakes, and
Always.
yeah. So, but just do, like I said, go back to your morals, your upbringing, and uh
Well,
uh
see, now that's part of the issue is
okay,
upbringing.
okay,
Not having a father around,
okay,
uh, seeing some real screwed up situations and how they were handled. That he always thought I wouldn't handle it like that, which told me a lot about his character.
okay,
You
okay.
know, so yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You know, all we can really do as men is be the best men we can be.
Yeah,
We can do the best we can in whatever situation.
right.
I will say this though. If you've done something and you can go to sleep at night about what you did, you know, one or two things happening. Either you did it correctly or you just don't care. But I know he cares. So are
Yeah,
you resting at night? You
yeah,
know, or you be able to lay down and go to sleep without it bothering you? You
yeah.
know, did you do what you thought was the best you could do?
Hmm.
He said, yeah. And I was like, well, you know what I'm saying? What I mean, what other proof do you need that you trying to handle business like you're supposed to?
Yeah,
You know, you doing the best you can. Now, I'm here. You want to call me and talk to me about a situation? I don't think I can do it really tell you how I would handle it or how I have handled it in the past if I'm familiar with this. I said, but the ultimate goal is for you to be able to do things and hold your head up high about how you handle
yeah,
it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. But I was gonna post that to the crew, so
yeah.
because he asked me to ask y'all, well, how
Okay.
did y'all feel about it? Because I already told him what I thought.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. And get advice
yeah, it was,
from mature men. Get advice from mature men, not nobody who's not mature, not have maybe experienced life, or
mhm,
or or the same type of situation. Get experience, get advice from mature men. Get advice from mature men.
right, right,
Yeah,
definitely that.
yeah.
This is the issue that I had with some of the hate that came my way when we were doing this last time.
Mhm.
I've said it before, and I'm gonna keep saying it till it. I feel like I done got my point across. We're not experts. You know, all we're here to do is give our experiences and the way we handle things.
Mhm.
I consider my friends to be good men, and my friends consider me to be a good man. We're in cahoots with each other. We try to represent for one another. We stand up for one another. If somebody's hurting, we always try to, address them, come to the rescue. That's what we do. We have that type of friendship. So, but I'll tell you this too. My friend here, will tell you this as well. If I'm doing something, I ain't got no bit. And if, especially, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm out of line. If I'm out of line, they gonna tell.
Let you know.
bro, you are out of line.
Yeah.
If you can't surround yourself with people like that, man, you really need to find you another friend group. Now, you're gonna be real with you. Well, I won't say that. I won't say that. But because sometimes you need to be the one that matures and be that person for your friends, and then they'll learn to do. So I stop. I as you say that all the time. You really need to change friends. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Somebody hit me to this and told me, that was judgmental,
Hmm.
and that ain't the way to handle that. The way to handle that is you stand up and be the friend. You stand up and be that friend that you want your friends to be to you. You
Yeah.
know. So when they doing stuff and they out of line, go talk to them because you should want friends around you that that'll pull you back when you about to do something stupid. You
Yeah.
know, it need to be somebody, one mature dude in the group. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the crew got to be grown.
Yeah.
Especially when you pass 21. Somebody around you. Well, I mean, even as teenagers, somebody in the group need to be able to pull some of the other one back.
Yeah.
And that's just friendship and growing into manhood. You usually keep them friends around that you can trust. Sometimes your feeling gonna get hurt, but I trust it.
Hmm.
And when we don't had to talk, we don't come at each other all crazy. Hey, bro, I need to talk to you for a minute. Blah blah blah, whatever. Then, because it's coming from y'all, I ain't got no choice but to listen and try to implement. You know what I'm saying? Get myself together.
Yeah.
So, so,
And,
but
and let me
anyway, we
make one
go
more,
ahead.
one more. Not to be a preacher or whatever. Just sometime also to fall on your knees and ask God to lead you
Oh, yes,
to
sir.
whatever answer you looking for, whatever situation you in to help you with that situation, no matter what it is. Don't be afraid to
Yes,
do
sir.
that. Don't be ashamed to do it.
Yes,
You can go
sir.
like the old people used to say, I got to go in my closet now. I got to go in my closet.
Hey, well, we are Christian men. Well, I done made that very clear that we Christian men. Sometimes we don't act like it, but well, we
Yeah.
are Christian men. The four of us, me, you, Derek, George, all of us. We Christian men. The other Steve, you
Yeah.
know, I when God was telling me to do this, and I keep telling y'all this, God made well, I won't say He made me do it, but God charged me with doing this. And some of the things that haven't came to pass is because we stopped doing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So when I do my devotion, when I talk to God, and He said I will ask some questions by God. There's some things going on in my family, that I need solved. I'm trying to get a handle on this, and I'm asking for your help. But it seems like you ain't giving me the help that I'm asking for. And He
Mm.
told me, you ain't did what I told you to do.
Yeah.
That been the answer for the last I don't know how long. When I ask a question, when I ask God or something, you ain't doing what I told you to do. You stop.
Hmm.
So like I said, I want to get on here live. When we started out, we were doing this live.
Yeah.
And I think we have matured since we started doing this. What, a couple years ago? It's been a couple years since we've been doing this off and on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I have to do it. I don't, even if I have to be on here by myself, I have to do it. I like having the crew with me because I don't want to be the only one talking. You know what I'm saying? And I want to hear from y'all and see what y'all think. I know Illy has a lot of insight on stuff, but then me and him talk a lot. We had a conversation about this stuff earlier today.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I was telling him that that's what we want to talk about because I was asked to talk about it.
Hmm.
And a lot of people be hitting me up, man. They don't want their name out there. They don't want nobody to, I mean, I understand. You don't want to put yourself out there like that because you don't want to be looking out however you want to be looking. It don't matter. As long as you get the answer, I don't
Yeah.
care. You can disguise your voice. You can disguise your emails. You can just, when you come on here, I ain't even got to see your name if you come in while we're online.
Yeah.
So it's completely up to you. I want to be what I want people to be to me. I want folks to be able to trust me. I want people to be able to understand that I don't mean that but the best for whoever,
Right.
everybody. I want every person I know to be good. Be good. We should be networking with one another. Somebody that know how to do this, and I need you, then I know who to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Or I know a man that can do this. You need that. You know what I'm saying? It's just there ain't no reason for us grown men and not to be in contact with one another and living a life where we can count on one another and look to one another for inspiration, guidance, just help with, common issues. It might be plumbing. I don't know I don't know how to do no plumbing. Come show me how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or let me hire you, and
Mm-hmm.
I somebody that'll come do it so I can hire him. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is,
Yeah.
it's whatever it is, man. We just need to be a little bit more vigilant as men about being down for one another. We have no reason to argue or fight about nothing. Nothing. You know, these people, these kids that run around, man, oh, he wrong with me, and all this stuff. Don't none of that stuff matter, man. In the end scheme, don't none of that matter. While we fighting each other, these people making plans, man. We already damn near irrelevant to them, you know. And these people they keep asking for equality. You ain't gonna never get it. They ain't gonna never see us as equal. But we can take care of ourselves though. We don't need them. Stop asking for permission. Let's just get ourselves together. I used to didn't like Charleston White too tough, but I've been listening to him a lot lately, and a lot of the stuff that man says makes so much doggone sense. What do we need them for? You know what I'm saying? We are perfectly capable of taking care of ourselves and one another, but we won't do it. So I'm gonna say that, man, and then we're gonna get on off of here. It's already been almost close to an hour. My goal, if they got a goal, we can have one. And my goal for this show is to open up communication with any man, especially men of color. We don't discriminate, so any man, but especially men of color, to have a platform where we can speak out, talk to one another, get some ideas. How did you handle that experience? How did you handle that experience? And I don't mind exposing my experiences to the internet community. I done told y'all a lot about myself over the years that, some of my family members didn't even know. But I done said it on here.
Mm-hmm.
I have, and I keep saying, I used to say I suffer from depression. Now I live with depression. I don't suffer from it no more. I don't, I have turned my thinking around. I sometimes fall into depression, but I'm able to get myself out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Therapy help. Yes, I have a therapist. Yes, I ain't ashamed of that at all. I used to be. I ain't want to tell nobody I was going. I was seeing a therapist. Now, man, whatever. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. So
That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
it's we got to get past some stuff, y'all. As men, we got to get past some stuff. Cause I don't care what nobody tell you. If the men in your community are standing up, the neighborhood will be all right. But when the men in our neighborhood just sit back and let stuff happen, don't say nothing. This what you get. You know, this is what the way things are right now in our community is what you get when good men don't do nothing.
Mm.
So this is my way of doing something. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate the ones that joined us and popped in and popped out. This will be on YouTube, so you'll be able to go back and watch it. Hopefully that we help somebody today. I really implore everybody to go and look at their project 2025 and learn for yourself what this stuff is all about. Y'all, we in the desperate times right now where not going to vote can be detrimental. So please get out and vote when it's time. Educate yourself as much as possible. So you ain't just blindly voting because somebody else said so. Go look at all this stuff. Make a decision for yourself. As Jackie said, you ain't necessarily gotta be no Democrat. Just go look at what's about to happen though, and make a decision for yourself. Don't just listen at the rhetoric. Don't just listen at what's on TV and who talking and doing this and the other. please go do some research for yourself. I found all this stuff in 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? All of it in 2 hours.
Yeah.
So if you vigilant, you'll find it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I want to thank y'all again for joining us, not joining us. Please go back and watch it. It'll be a replay on Facebook, I think, too. But you can always go to a men club at on YouTube, and you gotta spell it out like that, a men's club. Or you can put AMCP, and I think it'll pop up. I'm not sure. I gotta go back and do some research on how to get that to pop up first. But well, I know that comes with views, so if I would go to YouTube and just turn it on and listen to it while you work or something. But anyway, thank y'all again. We appreciate it, and we're gonna be at y'all good night. Anything else you want to say, Jay, before we go?
No, sir. You summed it up.
All right, we'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
All right.